Hello, and welcome to the Anglophile Lasses YouTube channel, a space to share my English teaching resources and tips. Before starting with today's video, I'd like to invite you to follow and subscribe to my WordPress blog, The Anglophile Lass, whose address you can see on the screen now. You can also follow my social media accounts to be kept in the loop. And if you are in Teachers Pay Teachers, you can stop by my store as well. All the links displayed on the screen can also be found in the description box of this video. Finally, don't forget to click on the subscribe button below to get notifications of my latest YouTube updates. And now, let me share today's content with you. If you are an EFL teacher training students for ESOL exams, or an English language teacher in years 11 to 13 or grades 10 to 12, you'll find my new PowerPoint game useful. Although the Wordsmith is a vocabulary game originally aimed at training students for the use of English section featured in Paper 1 of Cambridge's ESOL exams, it is also suitable for native speakers. The vocabulary chosen corresponds to an upper intermediate or B2 level in the Common European Framework. Still, the questions are editable, which means it can be used with any level starting at B1. The game includes detailed instructions, but I suggest socializing before the first round. They are easily accessible by clicking on the corresponding button on the first slide. In order to play, you need at least 2 participants or groups, 6 groups being the maximum allowed. My advice is to favor small groups for the game to work better. On slide 2, you'll find a colorful board featuring the 4 categories to play in: word formation, definition, collocation, and synonymity. A pair of animated dice that can be rolled by clicking on this button, 6 movable pieces to be used as markers, and a score button to be taken to the scoreboard slide. The spaces have different colors to show the players which category they've been assigned for the round, and include instructions to be followed. In order to boost the confidence of the weakest players, I've included 5 spaces in blue with rewards and punishments to allow groups to steal and swap points or force their opponents to go back to square one. The scoreboard includes a partial and a general score. The partial score is divided into the 4 categories featured in the game: word formation, collocations, definitions, and synonyms, and the 6 different colors: green, blue, brown, yellow, orange, and pink, which are also repeated in the general score, correspond to the colors of the movable pieces on the board. Once a player or group has answered a question correctly, a point will be added to the correct category and color by using the keyboard, and subsequently added to the general score by pressing the black buttons. The partial score will allow us to keep count of how many points each one has in each category and check if the target 5 points have been achieved. All slides include a button that links back to the board. It looks like a book and can be found either in the bottom right-hand corner or the top right-hand corner. Let me show you how to play. You simply have to click on the button and you'll access the board. Now, teams of players can choose whichever movable piece they want, either green, brown, orange, yellow, pink, blue, and they can simply click on the movable piece and then drag it to start. You can do the same with the other piece. Once both teams have selected what color they will be using, they can roll the dice to determine who begins. 5 and 6. Remember to click once for it to roll and click again for the dice to stop. Let's see. 7. Okay, so blue moves 7 spaces and lands on one of the blue squares. Remember that they correspond to rewards and punishments. So in this case, although they are asked to steal points from the opponent, nothing happens because we've just started. Now it is the turn for the opponents. They get a 6, so they move 6 spaces. They land on the square that corresponds to a definition card. So we have to go back 2 spaces. We're going to move those because they are in the way. And click on the definition card to access the question grid. Remember to allow some time for all the elements to load because there are quite a good number of animations. Then you ask the team to simply choose a number, whichever they want. Let's say 10. Okay, in this case they got the noun fix and they're supposed to give a definition. So once the team attends a definition, we simply click on the same square to see what answer pops up. If the answer they provided is close enough, then you can simply go back to the board. Remember that you can click several times if the pop-up goes away too fast. If the answer is close enough, it doesn't need to be exactly the same as the one in the bubble. The opponents, of course, can decide whether it is an appropriate answer or not. And well, you can go back by clicking on the book. Remember that all slides allow you to return to the board. Now click on the score button to go to the scoreboard, and well, it is the pink team, so we're going to look for the color and the category. In this case is definition. So the team is pink. We're going to type the answer here, 1 point, and then we're going to do the same in the general score by pressing on the black buttons, okay, on 1, and then we go back to the board for the other team to play. Let's roll the dice again. We get an 8, and so we click and move 8 spaces. And well, we land on a word formation square. So, well, they get to choose once again and answer the question. They have to provide an adverb derived from the word world. So once again, you can click on it to get the correct answer. If the answer is right, when you know the drill, you go back to the board to access the scoreboard and type in the point if they get it right. If the answer is incorrect, well, you can either leave it as it is, or if you come up with your own rules, you can decide whether to subtract points or well, whatever you please. So now let me show you how you can edit all the questions. Remember that there are 140 questions in total, and that you can easily edit them through the selection panel. Click in one of the covers for the format option to appear above the ribbon. Then click on the selection panel for all the elements to be revealed. As you can see, the element selected, cover 1, is highlighted. Disable it. Now you can edit and write your answer and scroll down to locate answer 1. There it is highlighted, so disable it. To access the question, you can edit your question now. Once you've edited, you simply enable the answer again. You can leave it as it was if you want your students to choose the correct answer, and then you enable the cover again for the question to be hidden, and you follow the same procedure for the rest of the questions. As you can see, all the elements have been named for you to locate them easily, to be able to edit them. So whenever you hover or click on one of the elements on the slide, they will be immediately highlighted in the selection panel. Remember that if you click on the eye and once it will be disabled, another time it will be enabled, and everything will be as it was at the beginning. Then simply save, and there you go. Well, that'll be all for today. I hope you liked the activity to help your students practice their vocabulary. If you want your own copy, visit my Teachers Pay Teachers store. You can find the link in the description below. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button to get my latest updates. Thanks for watching. See you next time.